From jaw-dropping transformations to controversial weight loss stunts, these are 6 of the most loved and most hated YouTuber weight loss reveals. Kicking things off with Agent 00, whose weight loss journey made him leaner and happier, and inspired his fans to embrace healthier lifestyles. Agent is a Canadian gaming YouTuber that mostly plays NBA 2K. Like many YouTubers who began their channels in the earlier years of the platform, Agent's content has soon evolved to include his personal life, challenges, and vlogs. His in-depth knowledge of gaming and his entertaining commentary style made him a well-known figure. Interactions with fans and others in the gaming community also prove that Agent is an otherwise chill guy. As Agent's content reached more viewers and he became more popular, he understood that his growth typically came with a lot of pressure to continue to please his audience. It's at this point that many influencers sell out and start to lose their core fan base. But not Agent. Instead, he opened up about his personal life, letting his viewers into his struggles. One thing in particular that he struggled with was his weight.
This is actually nuts. So how do you say how much you weighed here?
Yeah, I was 333, 332.
Oh my God. And then
someone said ew.
That's crazy.
Who the f just said ew? Show me your hands.
That guy.
Nah, that was ew. No cap, I couldn't see my dick.
Wait, really? That's a real thing?
Yeah. No, so like when you get really fat, yo, all my old morbidly obese in the chat, what's up, bro? You actually can't reach around to wipe your while you're sitting down, so you have to stand up to get the mobility to reach. Dead ass. When you get that big, you can't even reach your
Agent wanted to get healthier and needed his fan base to help him through the journey ahead. They were more than happy to comply. In fact, Agent turned his journey into an inspiration for others who were struggling with starting a weight loss journey. Rather than making drastic lifestyle changes, Agent, in typical fashion, chose the more relatable route of making smaller, more sustainable changes. He tried his best to exercise as regularly as he could and began practicing portion control. All of this paid off massively, leading to him posting a video titled, "How I Lost 100 Pounds in Under a Year Eating What I Wanted."
So now I'm not feeling hungry. The only time I eat is when I want to eat, and what I'm eating is delicious meat, the things that I love the most, once a day or once every other day.
Agent maintained the authenticity he was known for and shared practical, relatable advice about his journey, as well as his struggles and setbacks, rather than throwing over-the-top tips at his audience. This only made him more beloved.
chat. On January 1st, I will commence the first ever weight loss marathon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I will lock myself in a fucking room that I can't leave until I lose a certain amount of weight.
In turn, Agent got even a bigger confidence boost that encouraged him to stay on the path. In January 2025, Agent launched a weight loss marathon on Twitch, in which he aimed to lose 25 pounds in 10 days. He wound up shrinking down to 220 pounds.
220, and you make it.
Although the community celebrated his success, there were still critics, with many concerned about the reliability of this method and if it even worked. One viewer said, "That had to be water weight loss, right? In just 10 days? Yeah, that's coming back on, LOL. You got to do it in a sustainable way," said another. Others encouraged him to keep on going to lose more weight, while some had even more practical advice. Like, what do you mean with coming to an end? Bro needs to lose another 25 and then start lifting. Agent did not take these criticisms well, especially as more poured in when he celebrated the end of the marathon with a cheeseburger. In a Twitch stream, he fired back at critics, saying, "I never really understood that criticism, because like you obviously didn't watch the marathon at all. We cooked all of our food. We were learning how to cook healthy, right? We were engaging in all kinds of exercises, learning how to lift the right way, learning how to do whatever the right way. We had a trainer with us the whole time. The entire process was learning and how to be healthy." Agent finished by saying the purpose of the marathon was to learn and practice a healthier lifestyle, and also encourage and inspire people to do the same. So he doesn't mind if the critics only watch the final results and thought he did too little because the goal was to make a difference. While Agent's transformation has been mostly well received by fans, the next name on the list hasn't been so successful. But before we get into that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're active on YouTube, then it's likely that you are aware of Nikocado Avocado. He's one of the biggest mukbang YouTubers, both on account of his weight and the size of his audience. However, while many now know him as an obese character on the verge of another psychotic breakdown, Nikocado Avocado actually started his channel as a vegan YouTuber in the mid-2010s. His content focused on plant-based recipes, lifestyle content, and music. You might not believe it by seeing him now, but Nikocado Avocado, whose real name is Nicholas Perry, is actually a pretty good violinist and found decent success in music before transitioning to mukbang content. Everything seemed to be going well until 2016 when he noticed a spike in his viewership when he made his first mukbang video, eating an entire rotisserie chicken. At this point, Perry was wanting to move away from the raw vegan lifestyle he championed for years, citing health issues and general dissatisfaction with the lifestyle. Following year, his content changed to mostly mukbang videos, in which he inhaled crazy amounts of fast food and junk meals. Everything seemed to be going downhill from this point for Perry, at least health-wise. He was gaining more followers and the money was rolling in, which allowed him to fly around the world and purchase a luxury home. However, at the cost of his healthy bank balance, Perry's health kept slipping. The more weight he put on, the more easily excitable he became. Unfortunately for him, audiences loved his exaggerated and erratic emotional outbursts and the drama that typically followed when the camera was done rolling.
Oh my God, get out of the past. Get out of the past. It was 7 years ago.
I still live with the repercussions.
This led to Nikocado Avocado eventually losing his relationship and needing a mobility scooter, since his body could no longer support his own weight. Throw sleep apnea and other health problems into the mix, and the once skinny youthful vegan YouTuber was now a sadder mess than when he began. Whether or not Nicholas Perry liked it, the writing was on the wall that he could either lose weight and get better or continue to put on weight and suffer the consequences. In his defense, Perry tried multiple times to lose weight and told his audience as much. However, these resolutions weren't always met with the same views and attention that were typically for his mukbang videos. So, Nikocado was always slipping back to his high-calorie mukbangs to maintain relevance. In fact, at some point, he began mocking the idea of dieting in his videos. Unfortunately, no matter how much he tried to deny reality, it always returned to drag him down to earth. Nikocado's videos soon became mukbangs that devolved into mental outbursts and ended with emotional breakdowns, in which he cried and expressed feeling trapped and helpless. When Perry announced that he'd be attempting another weight loss journey in 2024, audiences were skeptical as usual, but he was determined this time, shocking them with the revelation that he had actually lost significant weight and is almost as skinny as when he first started his channel. Perry explained that his weight loss wasn't visible in his previous content because they were pre-recorded. Although some praised his dedication this time, many remained skeptical of his love for fame and if he succeeded in committing to his new, healthier lifestyle. Some critics even argue that Perry's dramatic reveal was a calculated move to generate views and engagement, exploiting his previous unhealthy lifestyle for profit. While his critics were not necessarily wrong about that, Perry had managed to turn the bulk of his audience against him, both for his erratic behaviors in the past and for the fact that many had actually joined his channel for the mukbang drama. Only time will tell if Nikocado Avocado can swing the tide back in his favor and become beloved again.
Yes, it's really me. I am not AI. I am not a clone. I am a real person. And it's me.
Like Nick, our next figure went from being unknown to one of the most popular faces in gaming. Introducing FaZe Lacey.
Lacey! Lacey!
Banks?
Phase the f up. Let me in the f***ing crib. Lacey!
If you didn't already know, FaZe Clan is an esports and entertainment organization founded in 2010. The group found both success and fame in professional gaming tournaments, podcasting, and content creation. But now, the company is having more controversies than success, and it seems to follow their creators. FaZe Lazy is one such character who has managed to garner a positive following for himself at first. Then the haters rolled in. But let's talk about how he started. When he was 17 or 18, he first played Fortnite and fell in love with the game. Never mind that his parents did not like him playing violent games. Originally, he slummed it out in the FPS games on an Xbox, gaining considerable attention for his skills and ability to talk smack and troll other players, which is commendable considering he spent the first half of his teenage years playing all kind of sports rather than video games. By the time he was finishing high school, Lacey had convinced his parents to swap his console for a PC so he could play better. This proved to be a setup for success. Although his parents may not have shared the sentiment when Lacey dropped out of college to focus on gaming full time, in February 2020, he launched his Twitch channel to broadcast his gameplay to a wider audience. Lacey was on the heavier side as a teenager, so switching to a mostly sedentary hobby that then became a full-time job did not help the cause much. Nonetheless, Lacey continued to grow as a gamer until he was collaborating with other gamers and influencers, particularly cliques. His charisma and youth added a certain charm to his character that endeared him to his audience the more they saw him. So when FaZe Clan announced that they had signed Lacey as a player in May 2024, the news was met with both surprise and praise. Lacey was now in the big leagues. To mark this massive step up, Lacey planned something huge, which has forever altered how he's perceived by his audiences. In December 2024, he posted 2 pictures on X with his streaming award, sending his followers into a frenzy. Popular sentiments were mostly positive as people praised the visibly leaner Lacey for his hard work and dedication. One user tweeted, "Came a long way, proud of you, Mud." Another user echoed similar sentiments, saying, "You had such a glow up, keep up the good work." However, the post wasn't without haters, with some critics accusing Lacey of using Ozempic to lose weight. "Ozempic final boss," one user replied. "Crazy what Ozempic could do to a man," wrote another, with a funny picture of heavier set Lacey attempting to dunk a basketball. Unlike Agent, Lacey has made no attempts to deny the criticism and has instead returned to business as usual. Trolling around his weight loss has continued on his other tweets, but that's about all it's been since. Our next character also belongs to a group that has been caught in controversies in the past. Can you guess who it is? It's none other than Kyle from Nelk Boys.
Hi. Hello there. Hi, I work for the Harris and Waltz campaign.
Take it out.
No, I'm gonna leave it there, cause...
No, you're not gonna leave it there.
Oh, why?
Because I can't stand them.
Do you not support tampons in men's bathrooms?
No, I don't support tampons in men's bathrooms.
Although Kyle and Jesse are widely believed to have created Nelk Boys together, that's revised history. In 2010, Kyle created the now iconic group with 4 other guys. All 4 guys walked out at different points in the group's history, leaving Kyle and Jesse as the most recognizable faces of the brand. Originally, the Nelk Boys were a prank channel.
I'm done. I'm dropping out of school. I'm done. I'm not a Raven anymore. Who's with me? Who's with me?
If you rolled your eyes, that's the correct response, given all the trouble that prank bloggers typically get into. As you would expect, this kind of content brought some backlash and got them in legal hot water a few times. Like in 2015, when they told unsuspecting cops that they had coke in their trunk. However, rather than the nose candy, they actually had Coca-Cola.
You guys need some Coke?
No, thank you.
No Coke? We got some Coke in the back. Do you need any?
Step out of the... We're gonna do this one by one.
I didn't know you couldn't sell it like that, though. Since when is this even illegal, though? Just because they can't tax it?
The LAPD warned Nelk and the other copycat pranksters from repeating this stunt to avoid a problem with the law. Kyle even had an arrest warrant in Texas at some point. Now though, their YouTube channel's description reads, "We prank people sometimes," notably showing that the group has since evolved and moved away from its controversial beginnings. Kyle himself has evolved from just another annoying prankster trying to profit off the reactions of unsuspecting participants to a more well-rounded individual. From launching the Full Send podcast in 2021 to appearing on other podcasts, audiences have been delightfully surprised at how articulate and charismatic Kyle is, especially when discussing issues like politics. That said, despite not being on the bigger side like FaZe Lacy, Kyle did put on some weight from years of not properly looking after himself. In 2023 though, he vowed to turn his appearance around and commenced a 120-day weight loss journey.
2 days after the LTB, 120 days ago, I posted on my IG story and I said I was gonna dedicate myself to the gym. I'm trying to go hard on this, on a fucking transformation in the gym, because I've fucking said I'm gonna do this so many times. My rules were simple. Hit the gym and eat clean 6 days a week, party once a week maximum. So I would grind all week long in the gym and then have one fun night once a week.
He kept his audience up to date with the routines in his life during this period, including everything he was doing to get better, like exercising, portion control, healthier eating, and turning down his alcohol consumption. By the end of the program, Kyle was 23 pounds lighter. Much to his happiness, he took to social media to express his feelings and how he was in a much better space mentally. Fans loved his transformation and transparency. However, like in other cases we covered so far, critics debated the healthiness and reliability of his process. In fact, there was an entire subreddit discussing whether or not proper nutrition and discipline could help Kyle lose that much weight. Some skeptics suggested that he may have used performance-enhancing substances. Whatever the case, Kyle is in better shape now and has gone on to other things, including delivering speeches at Trump's campaign. Incredible how you can go from pranking cops to being buddies with a president. Speaking of pranksters, there are a few who are as hated as this next guy, and chances are you may have already seen one of his meltdowns. You know him as FouseyTube.
Look at my phone! It doesn't work! Tomorrow, I'm buying you a new iPhone. What iPhone is that?
It's iPhone 13.
iPhone 16
don't break it!
But why? Walk with me. FouseyTube found success on YouTube in 2011 when he initially began posting skits of Middle Eastern stereotypes. After a while, he pivoted to social experiment videos, which were just a preamble to his decision to make prank content. By the mid to late 2010s, FouseyTube became one of the most popular and influential figures on this space, racking in millions in viewerships and going viral time and again. In fact, at some point he got to collaborate with celebrities like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart. The fame seemed to be getting into FouseyTube's head because he began to go off into the deep end, winding up in controversies after controversies. At the start, he was embroiled in easily forgivable scandals like staging his prank videos, which critics saw as FouseyTube being obsessed with performative gestures are downright manipulative. This caused fans to begin questioning his authenticity, and certainly didn't help that FouseyTube openly struggled with a slew of mental health problems, such as addiction, depression, and bipolar disorder. These conditions made him susceptible to erratic outbursts and emotional breakdowns, similar to Nikocado Avocado. But why does that matter? Between 2015 and 2017, during the peak of his popularity, the YouTuber opened up about his mental health problems, triggered by body dysmorphia and binge eating. This pushed him to try and get better, and he began leading his audience throughout his journey, uploading vlogs of himself fasting, lifting weights, or boxing. To his credit, FouseyTube did in fact lose weight. He got absolutely shredded, much to the help of his fans who praised his discipline and strong mentality. However, FouseyTube got into the habit of putting on more weight after shedding it. Although this was proof of his mental health struggles, it made it difficult for fans to back him. It also didn't help that FouseyTube was becoming more unhinged each year until he finally tanked his fame in 2018. After promising heaven and earth with his Hate Dies Love Arise concert and boasting that celebrities like Drake would be in attendance, FouseyTube somehow managed to host an event worse than the Fire Re Festival. Rather than pleasing angry attendees, FouseyTube gave a self-indulgent speech claiming to be the next Tupac and a messenger of God. In the end, the event was disbanded after someone called in an anonymous bot thread. Skeptics believe that the anonymous caller was none other than FouseyTube himself. Whatever credibility he left went down the dumpster with this event, and he eventually faded out of the public eye for a while. However, FouseyTube would not stay away forever. In 2019, he attempted to salvage his image rebranding as an influencer boxer. He would get in the ring with another boxer named Slim. After training and getting back into shape, Fousey still ended up getting knocked out. This humiliating loss sparked another mental health crisis, and he gained weight rapidly before ultimately quitting social media altogether. Unfortunately, like one addicted to fame, FouseyTube returned in 2021, once again determined to make his boxing career work. He lost a lot of weight quickly to get in shape for Showstar Boxing's UK vs USA event. Although he got shredded in time for the event, his boxing skills were still subpar. He made another comeback in 2023, this time on Twitch. However, it felt like FouseyTube had finally gone off the rails. His streams were high octane and unhinged, mostly because he was emotionally unstable and sleep deprived. These factors contributed to more weight gain, which only made him binge eat more.
He's a stalker.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't know.
So how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
FouseyTube was eventually kicked off Twitch for unpredictable behavior, but not before he had the authorities called on him during a streaming session. Ultimately, FouseyTube, despite having more haters, remains a split character. His fans believe him to be troubled and constantly seeking redemption. Haters, or critics on the other hand, view him as a self-absorbed narcissist who thrives on drama and self-inflicted controversies. These polarizing sentiments carry into his weight loss journey. While his fans admire his dedication and still believe in his ability to turn his life around, critics remain skeptical, believing that FouseyTube's weight loss is just another long-running con in which the influencer pretends to reinvent himself for temporary relevance. Unlike FouseyTube, the final name on this list has an amazing image and almost no known controversies. Is that even possible? Well, only one way to find out.
When you see a little baby, and they be like, oh, that's a cute baby. How old is the baby? 28 months. 28 months? You want me to add that shit up? 28 months? What the f is that? 8 years? I don't know 28 months. Just tell me 2.5, 3, 28 months. I swear.
Dashie Games isn't a mellow character by any means. However, that doesn't mean he's prone to going off the rails. His high energy gaming content endeared him to audiences who enjoy his exaggerated reactions and comedic commentary. Basically, Dashie is just a loud, fast-talking gamer with an over-the-top sense of humor. Like FouseyTube, Dashie also started his main channel in 2011, focusing on skits, challenge videos, and Let's Plays, in which he mostly played Mortal Kombat, Mario Kart, and horror games. Despite being one of the OG gamers on YouTube, Dashie has managed to stay scandal-free, which is commendable considering how many popular gamers have ended up on the registry or in legal trouble. That said, while Dashie has mostly enjoyed a clean image, he was also overweight for most of his YouTube career. In fact, it was one of the many subjects he joked about frequently. The long hours spent playing and editing only worsened his weight gain over the years, especially as he backed up the sedentary lifestyle with unhealthy foods. Although his weight was never a problem for his fans, Dashie decided to better himself in 2020 after a trip to the doctors.
2020 March, doctor's appointment. You know, you got to get your yearly in, right? So that was my yearly. Go to the doctor, did the little thing, blood test, all of that. They're like, yeah, I see that you have a little fatty tissue in your liver. I'm like, whoa, I don't like how that sounds.
Yeah.
Liver, fatty tissue. Yeah. I'm like, what I gotta do to handle that?
Yeah.
Doctor says, lose weight.
Oh, word.
I'm like, say less.
Unlike everyone else we covered so far, he didn't make a big deal of it at the start. In fact, Fans only got to know about his weight loss when they began noticing subtle changes in his on-camera appearance. Between 2022 and 2023, Dashie had become noticeably leaner, having created and followed a healthier lifestyle over the years, rather than attempting to lose lots of weight in too little time. As a result, there was almost no one accusing him of using Ozempic or losing water weight. There were no gimmicks, no drama, no preaching, no shaming, just the same energetic, lovable personality and a body he was proud of.
You questioning string cheese since I was a jit?
I don't know, you're supposed to shake it, but you ready? We making a fresh.
Pause.
Here we go. Here we go.
Dashie, okay.
What?
That's too, bro.
It's a grill. Yo, it's a grilled cheese sandwich, bruh.
Dashie is one of those rare success stories of an influencer, staying true to their personalities to the end, and goes to show how something as personal as a weight loss journey can make you more beloved or hated.